So we are here today to talk about the regenerative garden and lifestyle course that Rishi's going to be leading, and just to go have a little dialogue about what the course is about and what to expect. With Kiss the Ground, we've been really pushing and creating helping to elevate the conversation about regeneration and regenerative ag specifically in building soils and just getting people connected to the land in a way that we haven't done for a long time.
Yeah.
So can you share a little more about how that ties into what you're doing with the course and what people will get from it?
Yeah. And when you look at regenerative agriculture, it's really a total shift from the way that we've seen farming in the past or agriculture in the past. We're redefining a lot of, we're actually creating a new vocabulary even. We're not seeing, instead of waste, we're seeing resources, right? Instead of tilling the soil, we're going from not tilling to not tilling the soil. We're seeing that it's, instead of pulling carbon out, we can put carbon in. So it's really a complete flipping of the script. And what I want to bring into my course is not that this is just a principle that applies to agriculture, but regeneration is an idea that applies to everyday life. It applies to the way that we live in cities, the way that we treat ourselves. It's just about seeing the world in a whole new way.
That's awesome. And yeah, just giving people tools and resources, like how they can participate and engage with nature, which we are a part of.
Absolutely. Yeah, gardening is I think there's just something very fundamental about gardening, something very basic. It's like the original way that we interacted with the earth. It's the original way that we found our place on the earth, and everything has kind of built up from there, but now it seems like we've built up so far that we lost that really basic fundamental interaction. You know, for me, before I got to gardening and I was trying to understand climate change as a problem and how could we address it, right? So far what we've been told is that we're going to have an impact, and that impact has to be negative. So everything has been about reducing your impact, reducing your footprint.
Right.
And I want to, again, going back to regeneration, I want to flip that script and I want to say, yeah, you're going to have an impact. Let's learn how to make that impact positive. Let's learn how to increase that positive footprint so that we can regenerate the soils, we can regenerate our water cycles, we can regenerate our forests and bring health back to this earth and bring health back to ourselves.
I think that's so powerful. Nobody wants to be told what you can't do. Like really, we're putting this label on ourselves that we are bad.
Yeah.
And it's like, you're bad. Just stop doing what you're doing because
Yeah.
you're a bad person. And that, like, what does that do to your image and who you are and how you your role on this planet? How does that really have us represent who we are? And I think that that's a beautiful flip to changing the conversation, changing the language in like how we are good people. We are we can have a positive impact. And then what would you say, so the course that you'll be offering will give participants the day-to-day how-tos? Because I think a lot of times people are like, I get, climate change exists. I get that I need to participate, but I'm not a farmer, know? And I think a lot, like with, we talk a lot about regenerative agriculture, and it's like large scale, like no-till, biodiversity. And I think a lot of times people who live in urban areas and cities and homes, even apartments, like, they understand it conceptually, but they want to participate but don't know how. And so can you talk a little bit about how you will be able to apply those concepts to the backyard?
So we're going to be talking, of course, about building healthy soil. We're going to be talking about composting. We're going to be talking about water harvesting. We're going to be talking about trees and plants and starting seeds, all of that wonderful stuff. And from the very basics, I want, you don't need any level of gardening experience to come into this course. But then on the next level, how do we apply this to ourselves, to our own bodies?
Yeah.
So what are the foods that are going to help heal us and regenerate our health? And then what are the ideas too? Just like I said, just removing those words that don't serve us, getting rid of waste, seeing that value. So how can we reframe, some of the traumas that we have or some of the experiences that we've been through and see how they are actually nutrients for us, how they're helping us.
I love it, because that really goes deeper than just the action and really looking at how we can change I see it like culture and our way of thinking and our way of being in the space. So
Absolutely.
I love it.
Absolutely.
It's amazing. Well, I'm excited to take the course.
Thank
You should all sign up.
Yeah.